r/AskReddit. Who is someone who is very unlikely to run for president that you vote for in an instant if they did? Morgan Freeman. Imagine the State of the Union address. He could probably read off the ingredients to breakfast cereal and it'd still be rated as one of the top speeches. It would have gravitas. Also, all those people who want God to be president will be very happy to have the #1 God impersonator in the White House. Arnie as vice president. Vermin Supreme. I know he does, but I mean if he gets to the point of possible president, he has my undying love and vote. Plus free dental pony identification mandate. Reporter. What other welfare policies you support beyond the mandatory pony for each citizen? Vermin Supreme. None. Jon Stewart. The Rock. H is genuinely a A+ dude. H is classy, funny, intelligent, tough but also empathetic. Just seems like the most well-rounded person on earth. We need someone to call the Senate a bunch of motherfuckers. I recognize the Electoral College has made a decision, but given that it's a stupid-ass decision, I've elected to ignore it. If I see one Kanye comment, I'll revoke your voting rights. Can I vote for you based on this comment? Obama the first forgot his last name, sorry. John Green. His YouTube videos make it clear he is knowledgeable about many issues and really cares about people, politics. He has done lots of humanitarian stuff. He has experience running a business. He is clearly a really stand-up guy. He's said he would never run though, and I think some people wouldn't take him seriously due to his yearbooks. Keanu 100 Funny 100. Everybody liked that. We did it, boys. Instagram normies is no more Minecraft good Fortnite bad baby Yoda Dankness 100. Not Tom Cruise. This is the answer I was looking for. Theodore Roosevelt. Obviously he's dead, so very unlikely to run, but if he was alive I'd vote for him in an instant. Regardless of him running, he'd want to spend a day with High Monsieur. Seems like the final boss of Giga Chads. I'm getting bummed out that even in this fictional nonsense scenario no one is suggesting women. I hereby nominate Dolly Parton. I was thinking the same. I'd wager it's affected by the current status quo. It does amaze me, coming from Europe, to think that the US has never even had a female president. Dave Grohl. I was gonna say Terry Crews, but someone beat me to it. Both men are super positive, humble, and beyond talented in many ways. John Cena. Seems like that dude just spends all his free time doing stuff to make other people's lives better. At a negotiation or peace summit, you can't see me. Now that's a dirty job. I came here to say this. He's one of the very few celebrities I personally like and would love to get to know more. Shrek. The dude who played the president in Independence Day. Lin-Manuel Miranda. You know, it's comment sections like these which make me understand why you guys got Trump. It's true, people know only who they see on TV and they think they know those people because seeing is believing. I know billionaire politicians are not really in favor right now, but Bill Gates, he's spent most of his fortune in charities and has met with all kinds of world leaders about setting up sustainable development. I feel like he would actually know what he's doing. Spent most of his money, isn't he live still in the top 5 richest people in the world? He opposes Warren and Sanders' tax plans. Hassan Minhaj included some video about it in a recent episode of Patriot Act. Also, as a teacher, I can promise you that the way he's used his money to influence education policy has been bad for kids, very pro-testing, and strongly encouraging computer-based testing, which means schools will need to buy lots more devices and software, in a way that leads to teaching to the test, of course. He sends his kids to a private school that doesn't have to abide by those policies because it isn't dependent on state or federal funding. Disagree. Just because he gives to charity doesn't mean he'll be a good president. We really need someone with good social skills in addition to being fair and at least understanding. Generosity. Jim Mattis. He basically have an unlimited money chest glitch, so he will probably plant trees. Ewan McGregor, but he's not brave enough for politics, sad face. My mom. Michelle Obama, not very unlikely, but highly unlikely after seeing how hard the job could be on her husband. Schwarzenegger, too bad he can't. I trust him as a politician. He's already proved to be a millionaire politician that can handle public criticism and have educated rebuttals. Yeah, he's changed some stances on a few things, but he gets that the correct answer to "you changed" flip-flopper is "no shit." You're supposed to when you get new information. He can retire and have a comfortable life now, but he's not even in politics anymore, and he's still out there trying to do the most good for most people as he can, just because he can. Michelle Obama, she's smart, experienced, and such a profoundly good human being, the total opposite of the current occupant. Bill Burr, then I'd make sure to never take a cruise. So there is this guy, the first really straight up dude, pretty thick-skinned, all-around admirable dude with a good sense of humor and infectious laughter. He's in the Marine Corps and his wife is studying social work. He's a patriot, but not to the point of fanaticism. Monsieur, he exemplifies what I would expect of a president. He is honest, and has a no-nonsense way of weighing the issues and solving problems. He is intelligent and well-spoken. He's black. He's a centrist with his policies. He is the political I win button, and I have told him as much. He refuses to run for any office. I have shamelessly attempted to convince, coerce, threaten, beg, bribe, and harangue to no avail. It reminds me of something a wise man once told me: those who want to run for office shouldn't, those who should run for office don't. But yay, he'd totally get my vote. Alex Jones, I want to see these lizard people ducking exposed. On a factual standpoint, he is the person that sparked the Sandy Hook was fake, and acted out shit. ITT, people naming celebrities they like, even though they were definitely the same people who say half the country is stupid for voting for a celebrity. My father, he has the most integrity of anybody I know, aside from Jesus. Obviously, I trust him to do what is right for people, no matter how upset other people are at him. He's a lawyer and is the go-to for help in his area of expertise. So, could you introduce me to the Big J? Heard he can get wine hella cheap. I agree. I've known your father for a while now and all I can say is he's a living saint. Guy Fieri, diners, drive-ins, and the launch codes. Jeff Goldblum, Monsieur, we got a taste in Thor Ragnarok, right? The United States would become so intriguingly weird. He's such a strange, fascinating man. I want to see this happen. Pretty sure I'm not the first person saying this, but drumroll please, Keanu Reeves. Yeah, and unfortunately someone above commented that he wouldn't be able to run because he is a foreigner, but that would still be counted as unlikely. So Thanos, he would solve world hunger in a snap. George Carlin back from the dead. Bill Watterson, person least interested in the job is probably most qualified. My app US history teacher, dude's the smartest guy I've ever witnessed while being the most likable and commanding guy. Love him to death. Bill Gates. People have been saying for years that they wanted a businessman to run for president, but what they wanted was someone who was accountable to shareholders, voters, and not someone who was only accountable to themselves. Bill Gates did some shady business shit when he was younger, but the guy is ruthless to get what he wanted for his business, and now he has 2 decades of experience running a giant non-profit that has done insane levels of good around the world. Bill literally has financial backing for his corporation and non-profit that reach greater than that of some countries. Bill is already the head of state and an executive. He would have awesome foreign policy chops and knows how to recruit the best and brightest to help him achieve his goals. He also chooses his goals with data and not intuition. He's a certified genius who reads voraciously. I'd vote for Bill, but he doesn't want it. Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito. The Rock. Bill Burr. I've already had enough of anti-worker, promise-breaking, libelous cults of personality in politics. Not US-born. Oh yeah, that debate with the cult of fanboys would be great. You just described every politician. He'll fit right in. I feel like he started 1,000 different futuristic public projects and only 2 would get done. But he wouldn't care because he's already beyond Mars before anyone knew he'd abdicated. Abdicated monarchs abdicate. Elected representatives in republics resign. Nobody could disagree with him because they will be crucified by the internet. Any damn person with a STEM degree. We need people who know how to solve problems and who know that nature does not give a shit what your political beliefs are. Reddit and STEM lords. Truly, someone with a STEM background has what it takes to run the country and work with people. While I like the idea as a STEM guy myself, we don't have a very good record. Hoover, Nixon, and Carter all had engineering backgrounds. The first couldn't manage the economy, the second his greed, and the last, while I like him as a person, regularly ranks middle of the road at best on historical rankings. Jimmy Buffett, Warren Buffett. Although 4 years of margaritas can't be all that bad, tropical drink clinking glasses beer mug. Was going to say this. Imagine those press conferences. Bon Jovi would play the inauguration. It would be sick. The NSA would love his intelligence gathering ability. Someone broke so they can actually relate to the majority of their population. Nancy Pelosi. No way she's going to run, but she's an unbelievably capable administrator and legislator. Her policies are standard Democratic left-of-center stuff, which isn't necessarily what I want, but she would definitely right the ship. Trey Gowdy, just to see the fun generated as he runs the press in circles. The Spanish Inquisition. Didier Drogba, unlikely to run BC and eligible, but still. Michael McIntyre, too bad he's a fellow Brit. It would be funny as hell. Denzel Washington would win without even campaigning. Robert Downey Jr. Pedro Pascal, if you get lippy with him and he'll shoot ya or sick Baby Yoda on you. Renata Clean from Big Little Lies. Scott Tots proves that he is completely incapable of keeping major promises, though Zoe couldn't trust any of his campaign pledges. Barry B. Benson. Tom Hanks, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Jon Stewart, Michelle Obama. Gordon Ramsay. Jeff Foxworthy. I've seen rednecks fix major problems effectively with almost nothing, and those things last forever. Christopher Walker. Can you just imagine Chris Walker talking to Kim Jong-un, the G7? Okay, listen up. This is what we are going to do. Macron. Hey, do I need to tell you about my watch? Any dog with political EXP. Sir David Attenborough. Mr. Beast. He doesn't seem like he would want to run. A lot more spotlight and responsibility, but I would vote for President Beast in a heartbeat. Dr. Phil. There gotta be some good politicians that are very poor now, whoever that is. George Carlin. Unlikely as he died a while back. Captain America, Mr. Rogers, or John Oliver. Chris Rock. Holy shit, the speeches he would give. Otherwise Michael Key. Rick Astley. His slogan can be, never gonna give you up. Also that emergency alert system is used to rickroll people. John Cena. No one would see that coming. All jokes aside, Ellen DeGeneres.